So there's going to be a lot more opportunities for Tans here to take the body, get some KOs, and start feeling the flow, launching some water shurikens all over this map, and pick up the team, 5 guys, and try to drag them to the grand finals with them.
So right you are, and if there was a starting buzzer, you would have heard it. So ladies and gentlemen, we are getting underway with the match. 5 guys versus Random Gaming. We are all excited. Of course, Tans keeping it up with that central area, so gonna stay in that center path. Notice, of course, Gatlu going in for these early points, just as a Greedent does. So to be expected a little bit, but hey, we're only 30 seconds in.
Exactly. Gatlu going to try and crank up that attack weight here. And of course, we saw the split out of Random Gaming in that central area, so they could get the Sylveon online early. And of course, the Charmander, still a Charmander, and Potato has an opportunity to kind of put the screws to them there, but elects to back off. Gatlu just hanging on, eating some berries. Vizid putting the pressure, and we know that they can take KOs with that Gossifleur, and looks like with the help of Rookie, they're able to close it out.
Pretty nasty, but in a good way, ladies and gentlemen. So, this little Charmander, I know it's always tough when you're that Charmander starting out, but definitely nice to be backed up by the Lucario on the top path. Notice, of course, the very close KO right here from Sylveon. Will Vizid pick it off? It is getting so close. Maybe if you had a Leaf Tornado, you could do it, but still just a little Gossifleur, and it will pull that off right upon evolving.
They are able to get it. Now, the only thing I notice here is Bruv is a little bit behind on levels, still level 3. They want to get up to level 4 and eventually level 6. There we go. They tick it over. That's going to be important here for 5 guys to bring some parity. Levels are good across the board. Now it's about the points, and it's about not giving up any foolish KOs. But look at a Chroma chasing on Rookie here. And in the top lane, we see Vizid and we see Gatlu doing work because they're always in the opposing central area. They're able to close it out. And now just scores are going in. Wigglytuff right in the face of Bruv and Rookie. And now they get locked down with that Electro Web. And Bruv, there's Confusion Blast and the quick little uppercut doesn't quite get it done. Adesu able to help pick him up and screen, but Bruv, Confusion Blast, locking it down.
Very solid from Bruv right there to secure that KO here on the bottom path. There is a lot of action already, and for early games, we love to see it as that 16 gets dumped in from Greedent. And hey, with Greedent, you can be full HP and still pick up those berries, so why not? You're gonna go ahead and deny that from the other squad, as we see now. Eldegoss, I believe that's Vizid right there for 5 guys, gonna be securing yet again another KO. It is the killer Eldegoss, am I right?
That's right. Potato doing a good job in that top goal zone, protecting it from Gatlu here. But no worries, because Gatlu's always back for more action. Potato on about a 3rd HP. Gonna see what they can do with Gatlu. If they get caught by the Belch, can they make it to the berry in time? They do. That opens the door for Gatlu to get more points in, get that attack weight stacked up. And now Gatlu working on the right-hand side of your screen. Potato goes back, washed up Rookie working through the bees. And now we see Adesu and company, Vizid pushing with Rookie. And now Chroma and Adesu are holding down that goal zone here because Dreadnaw is coming in 6 seconds.
That's right, that back to base from Potato, the Lucario there for 5 guys, was all about that objective to be here in time, and hey, right on time, I would say, because that Dreadnaw has now spawned, ladies and gentlemen, and there is going to be a contest from both sides for it, so we'll see this thing get first down, half HP, 75, and then, of course, 5 guys will secure that there for the purple squad. Yes, they are sitting pretty, because they are also going to get those KOs that follow, and those often do when you do have the shields, but hey, it's no guarantee.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers down on the beach. Everyone is getting taken out here. 5 guys eyes up Random Gaming after taking that Dreadnought, getting the experience. But now Adesu says, I'll put the team on my back. KO streak of 3. Call me out for dinner. I'm taking everyone out, says Adetsu, like I'm being romantic. And now Kid Tans and Potato are going to try to chase that down to exact some revenge on the behalf of 5 guys.
Very nice from Adetsu. You saw it, the starting really was that fairy frolic, but I mean everything. It was keeping people at bay with the hyper voice and then the calm mind, you know, just make sure that we're safe. And they are. They're going to go ahead and they actually were looking to go back to base, but we'll see an opportunity here to defend that top goal. So very nice on the top path here, as of course a battle for Rotom may be imminent. Notice, of course, the unfortunately Sylveon, the only one for Random Gaming. We're going to see if they can make the steal, but that will be negatory, and a berry belly flop diving right on in like a high dive from Greedent.
The Greedent cuts right into the action. Unfortunately, not able to stem too much of this as they're surrounded by 3 players on 5 guys, and now Kid Tans is feeling it. They're picking up the flow, blocking out the bad, picking up their good, and that Rotom's going to get stopped by Dreadnaw and Adetsu. Not a big deal. 5 guys really wanted to just produce that map pressure and then move on to other areas. Now the Charizard and company in tandem with a Chroma going to try and work on that bottom goal zone and just peeling out a little bit, leaving the Wigglytuff to themselves. And we see Lucario scoring up top in our picture-in-picture.
It does seem they're applying all the right pressure, but notice what just happened. Five Guys gonna score in that massive 40. We are seeing a 30 in return from Random Gaming, so they will now actually be ahead. This is the thing about Pokémon Unite. We've mentioned how the matches are 10 minutes long. Anything can happen at any stage, any 10-second interval. Something can be happening on screen. A lot of action as Potato goes down. That's, of course, Lucario for Five Guys, and we have the second Dreadnaw here in AO Stadium. What do you think?
I mean, Random Gaming is all over this Dreadnaw. They were the first one to have presence. That's a Unite move coming through, but the Lucario seals it up for Random Gaming. Now they've got the experience, they've got the barriers, but Vizid throws the Lucario up in the chopping block, and Tan's picking up the squad, getting the greed and Gatlu, and that's huge as the Pikachu comes through. Holy smokes. Five Guys said, we didn't need the Dreadnaw, we've got the body. They took it, and they were able to wipe out Random Gaming systematically here, and as a unit with some clutch use of Unite moves, and goodbye bottom goal zone.
And that's the thing, is we want to know what is going to help, what's going to push back that score, that force from Five Guys, really. And Random Gaming did some of it, of course, not until they lost their goal. Now they will obviously deny that goal here on the bottom lane from Five Guys, so that one's going to be broken. They are all grouping up together. I think we're going to see a little bit of that ambiguous. You have to apply whatever, adapt to whatever the match is going to need, essentially, at this stage of the game. Sometimes you're going for that wild Pokemon, you want to get the experience. There is still a Rotom objective, so we'll be looking to that, looking to the Combi and Vespiquen, but then you just adapt to whatever's needed after that. So Snacks, let's see what's going to happen. Right now, not going straight for Rotom, but instead opting for that goal.
Every Unite move has just flown right now, and they've elected to take this team fight. Five Guys is on the better end of it, taking two people of Random Gaming, and they've opened themselves a gap on Rotom if they want. No, they say we want points. Close Kovac comes in. KO Streak of 2 for Kid Tans. Here we go. KO Streak of 3 for Kid Tans. You've heard of Ash's Greninja, but let me tell you about Kid Tans' Greninja. Holy smokes. Well, welcome to Aos Island.
Yes, welcome indeed, and they are going to burst that Rotom very quickly. It is going, gone, ladies and gents. So we'll see if Random Gaming is going to post a defense for that. Likely they will. We do see Lucario ready for it, but that's a nice kind of pressure because now, hey, we can all rotate down for Dreadnaw. We can all do what we need to do. It just provides a little bit more breathing room for Five Guys, so they like this. Very nicely done.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 48 seconds on the clock. The score is close, separated by 14 points. Gatlu going to be the one closing out the Rotom, which means Lucario can go back to base and meet down at this Dreadnaw. And we already have Five Guys postured all around it here, and they definitely have the positional advantages. Potato and Vizid are working through, and Kid Tans is running interference. But here comes the Charizard, here comes a Desu, here comes Lucario, here comes a Chroma, and Vizid takes it this time, probably off the back of a Leaf Tornado. That attack doesn't stink. And here we go, Five Guys pushing back, and so is Random Gaming just getting pushed in this bottom goal zone. But look where Bruv is. They're scoring on the up top goal zone. So Random Gaming is still pushing in this bottom goal zone, but while their attention is split, 44 points goes in, and this spread between Five Guys and Random Gaming grows a little bit more.
A wonderful diversion, and we know things are about to get wild here. And look at Greedent just taking all the hits. Will look to score in that 44 in the final stretch, just being denied at the last second. That would have been massive. And then the KO from Potato. Very nice, who will also then be sung to sleep. Looking to get a Chroma, and does with that E-Speed, ladies and gentlemen. The Zapdos is down.
Everything is coming up. Five Guys, they're able to take all the KOs downstairs. That's 4 KOs onto Random Gaming here, and they secure Zapdos. All those goal zones are free for those hundo burgers to reign in, those straight ducats, double buckets, and here we go. You're just going to see that scoreboard climb as Five Guys is putting the screws to Random Gaming here with just under 1:30 left.
Five Guys eating the hundo burgers for sure. We're all going to be full. Look at the Aura Cannon just for a little bit of safe measure as you're being contested a little bit by Adesu right there. And then just brutally taken out here. So the KO at a very inopportune time. And yeah, they're going to say, hey, this is the GG. I think we're out of here. So that will be the opposing team surrendered, which would be Random Gaming. Let's go ahead and see what the score breakdown is, even though we know who the victor. Snacks, here it comes as we see those points. 721 for Five Guys to 197 from Random Gaming.
President strategy, always getting supported by your support player. But of course, we kick off the action on the purple side with Five Guys, and that's going to be Kid Tans hopping into that central area yet again.
And we do see Gatlu with that Fletchling right now, but Talonflame player, obviously central area for Random Gaming over there on orange. And so we are looking at more of a traditional 1-1-3 for this matchup. That means 1 on the top half, 1 in the central area, and 3 down there for that bottom lane. Look at GYZ here.
Yeah, Chansey getting isolated quickly, and Five Guys trying to jump on that opportunity. They're pushing, and they've got the forward step here in that bottom path. Potato chasing their counterpart Redmaw. Redmaw chasing now back, and I'm going to see if they pass like 2 ships in the night. No, and just a nice pop shot through the wall, and Potato gives that real estate to escape as Gatlu comes in just a bit late to be able to help them out.
That's right. You saw the meteor mash kind of going through the obstacle, through the walls right there. Very nice little poke to say, hey, don't forget me. I'm still here. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this bottom path, we are seeing, of course, Bruv will now go back for this A-Palm right here. It's the wild Pokemon. Sometimes you don't defeat those right off the bat. You know, you let them advance a little bit further on in the bottom path here, and you can get the experience to follow up. So now, 850, we know what's coming. The Combi and Vespiquen serve that combo order up.
Yeah, I mean, those were split pretty efficiently between the squads here. Slow Smoke and the Pikachu closed that on the Mr. Mime. And here we go. They're eyeing down the Chansey, who still isn't a Blissey yet. And they get KO. KO streak of 2. This mouse is on just feeling it right now. Yeah. Electrically charged, if you will, as the points are raining in. But look how that wall was strategically placed to keep a Detsu from engaging here and allowing those points to go in. Meticulous.
And Akroma was saying, hey, we need to get back here, activate the X speed right here. And so everybody, wow, catching off guard the Lucario. So Gatlu will get a nice KO here and very, I would say, opportune chance for that to happen. So then also looking to dunk in this 30. Boom, there it goes. Great job from Random Gaming.
Yeah, Redmaw and Gatlu seem to be working in tandem here, and Five Guys reeling a little back in the bottom lane. They're feeling that they have a normal strategy going on. They don't want to overpressure, and of course I say that, and they see Akroma getting a little froggy, getting too far ahead of their squad, and they decide to push in. That Slow Smoke is activated. Now we're working through, and Akroma might be on the chopping block, but they loop through the goal zone to get a little bit of HP, and everybody is sent back in their own direction here. Nobody worse for it. Oh, Gatlu, it was all over Kid Tans. They're not going to be able to pressure, and they're going to be able to escape is the real question. Is the chase on Kid Tans? There's Gatlu, and they do, but that drew a lot of attention away from where Gatlu could have been helping out on the map.
That had to be devastating if you were Tans, caught in a pretty much a rock and a hard place, we could say, because you looked at Greninja hiding out in the shadows right there. That was Tans, right? And then trying to get back to base, but no. Kudos to Random Gaming because they caught that right in the moment. And look at this. It's going to be Mr. Mime on Mr. Mime. This is just brutal, ladies and gentlemen. Notice that Gatlu going to secure the KO right here as well.
Gatlu known for closing the door, and so is Talonflame, but justice is best served cold. Revenge is best served cold as they're able to get the KO right back to Pikachu. That's called a type advantage, Doc, and that's lightning against flying, as now Five Guys has the positioning on this Dreadnaw, and that thing is not going to be long for this world. Akroma going for the last second steal, but it doesn't work, and now Akroma gets caught, and they get mowed down, of course, as look at this team moving as 5. 5 Guys moving as 5 right into the goal zone. The Unite moves are flying, and they're going to try and take care of this goal zone right away as 2 players from Random Gaming are down, and looking those bars go up, bang, that goal zone is out, and now Adetsu is scrambling, Potato is scrambling, everybody's on the chase, and they get another KO. There's Akroma's back in the action, but Potato is still over half HP, and now with the support of the squad, Akroma's sent reeling, and oh my, where did that Talonflame come from? KO streak of 2.
It came with the Flame Sweep, and that will be now a KO streak of 3. Gonna add to that, maybe a 4. Why not? Let's tally that to the list, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful plays from both of these teams. You saw the advancement from Five Guys, and then Random Gaming said, we got to push back, and that they did.
Just the Talonflame putting the team on their back, winner, winner, chicken dinner style. Gatlu feeling it now, saying, I don't need to be greedy to make impact here. And now the team seems to be rallying around, but they're caught by the Barrier and Confusion Blast, and they're taken out by the Mr. Mime. And you can't be happy to see that if you're Random Gaming, as Akroma has to back because they have no HP. And now Five Guys gets all the experience from these bees, and now they have the bottom path advantage here, as Redmaw is just trying to hold down that top goal zone.
It's good for Redmaw to wait for reinforcements, so Akroma will come in here, put up those walls, and let's see. I don't know if this is going to be the right place. There we go. That's where you need that wall, but just barely. It looks like Five Guys will secure the Rotom right here and then just make mincemeat of the competition. Look at Tans with that KO streak of 2, pulling that Rotom in, and a nice clean 47 Dupe Snacks. You love to see it.
Oh, Five Guys is feeling it now, and they're all on the same page. They rinsed their mouths clean of whatever Uriman's Burger Flippers was serving, and they're feeling good here against Random Gaming. However, a game of Unite is 10 minutes long. You can't give it up in the last 5, and certainly not in the last 2. They do have a huge lead. You got to hold on to the huge lead. You got to get that experience, and of course, you can't make any blunders when Zapdos comes up, and it's duck it time.
That's correct. We're going to be looking for that. We have to consider was this team comp the right choice? And in some respects, yes, when they made those good plays, but we notice sometimes this Blissey, it's just hard to keep up. You know, you don't have the heal that Eldegoss has sort of in a more big, wide area. And look at this left side team, which is Five Guys purple. We'll go ahead and get the Dreadnaw, but then you see a just absolute slugfest down there after that Dreadnaw was taken down. The Brave Bird comes in, and that is a Brave Bird to get this far down. Look at how absolutely devastating that was from Gatlu.
4 players on Five Guys go down there. Random Gaming exacting just a great counter move after losing that Dreadnaw. Bruv HD doing great with the walls as they're able to cut off a Chroma. They're going to try to get a KO on their counterpart. And of course, Mr. Mime versus Mr. Mime crime here in that central area as Gatlu's trying to pick up Potato, working in tandem with Redmaw. And now here we go. Here comes GYZ going to help support. And Potato says, that's too much action for me. I'm going to posture in the middle and see where we can go as all of Random Gaming fades back to their side. Unite move by Bruv to stick up. Are they going to be able to get some points? And off the back of that, look at that barrier. Look at that barrier maneuver. And they score the 40. Just amazing play by Bruv. If you want to be a Mime player out there, this is the player to watch.
That's correct. We've certainly made note of that today several times, but it has been mime on mime time a lot in this matchup for sure. Bruv, very nicely done. I will be honest that I myself personally was thinking that those were not going to be dunked at the last second, but no, absolutely wait until the mime sings. Am I right? And so that will be a secure of Rotom, but Gatlu's going to make sure that some people are punished for that one.
Yeah, there, first one of the chocolate blocks to Lucario, and then follows Kid Tans as the Greninja here. Pikachu able to take down the Talonflame, and now Five Guys is working in their, just in their top path here. As Random Gaming is working on this goal zone, I'm going to try and close it out and bring some parity to the scoreboard. A lot of players here, a lot of action. 245 to 159. We got 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and we've got Dreadnaw coming up. That's going to be the next objective, and that's going to be the one to focus on before Zapdos.
That's absolutely right, and this is not outside of the realm of a comeback, ladies and gentlemen, so you know you do not want to be resting and breathing easy, I would say right now, whether you're either team at this moment. Of course, Random Gaming knows they need to step it up, though, right here, and we're going to be hitting that final stretch in about 30. As we mentioned, Dreadnaw coming down, so it will be on the stadium right here in the floor, and so we are seeing that purple is kind of keeping everybody at bay, but Random Gaming not really pursuing that, I would say, and it looks like now Five Guys as well.
Yeah, the fight's kicking off early here as Random Gaming was trying to just hide in the grass a little bit and completely fade Dreadnaw. The Lucario going down here would be so bad. Redmaw, you need to get out of there. You need to base and get back here. The team needs you for Zapdos because it's a 2-minute mark and Unite moves are flying here. Everybody's getting the action. That's the big Venusaur Unite move in the middle. And then Showtime, Spear Fingers, baby, by the Mr. Mime Bruv coming into the middle. And I'm watching these players. They're all still standing. Those buddy barriers are just too strong. But Random Gaming's getting the worst of it now as Kid Tans is feeling it. They take their first KO and they're going to see if they can work through. Kid Tans on the chase as Adetsu seals them up, and now we have one-on-one. One down for each side, and the work is still going on Zapdos, but here we go. They're falling like dominoes for Five Guys. Random Gaming is picking it up, and Adetsu, the Venusaur. That change might have made the difference here as they're working through Zapdos, and is anybody going to have the prayer play from Five Guys to try and seal up this Zapdos out of the hands of Random Gaming? Oh, no, it's the Talonflame. It's the Talonflame.
It is. If anyone had that chance, it would have been Lucario charging up that power-up punch, but no, that is going to be negatory. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are now just going to get to see those hundo burgers that we all love to taste, right? If you're a Unite player, you know what this feels like. Boom! What a goal is correct as Gatlu is trying to tear apart Bruv at this moment. But notice those hundo burgers are going to be flying on in. There it is, another hundo from Lucario, a 90. This is all tasting good if you're Random Gaming.
Absolutely. Five Guys getting served hundo burgers, and they can't be happy about that situation because they thought they had this one sealed up, and we're going to see a concession from Five Guys. Random Gaming evens this thing up. They were on the back foot for a full 10 minutes, full 9 minutes, able to close it out in the last minute of the game, rein in those double points, and take a win. Shake you from what you know how to do because we're under game 3 or onto game 3. Five Guys is sticking with what they know. I love to see it, and now it's all about execution and minimizing errors.
And the other thing about Five Guys and with that team composition is that did definitely take them through to the Zapdos, right? So it really was that Zapdos play. So it wasn't that didn't work out in especially many ways. You mentioned Bruv. We should also point out Vazid. I mean, keep a close eye. This is somebody who's really doing work with all those heals. You saw the assists, but just everything recovered at the end there with that data that we saw. Dreadnaw actually in a little bit of trouble. Will be able to E-speed, or slide on out of there, we should say. And so Greedent gonna get these early points, future Greedent, maybe we'll call it.
Gatlu able to get both berries out from under Vazid, or at least one for sure. And now it's working on this back Apom here, which is normally reserved and left there for your teammates. And just Gatlu throwing a wrench into things. You want to talk about having all the tools. They're using the wrenches and they're chucking them right into the plans of Five Guys.
And so it looks like, of course, that Squavit, the Gatlu, going to be able to go ahead and get back, teleport back to base. And so we're seeing Adesu right here. Hanging out on the bottom lane is that Sylveon now, so this is good timing generally. And so right now the slow smoke goes down from Potato a little bit early, but hey, they're going to go ahead, take out that Combi and Vespiquen order up. There's the slow smoke timing right here. It's going to catch, wow, Potato right on out of there for Five Guys.
Kid Tans might be a little bit late to the party here. See if they can close it on Dreadnaw. They do, but here we go. Gatlu and GYZ able to get the team back on their back and carry that through, as the Charmeleon right here said, I'm having frog legs for dinner, fire them up. And now Adesu and Akroma trying to hold back Brud, and a full HP Vazid here, as there you go, Vazid getting that KO. They know their range and they're using it. Leaf Tornado's putting the Adesu on the edge. Are they going to close it out? No, just a quick loop into the goal zone to buffer that HP, and Sylveon stands.
This is the beautiful thing that we all know about Leaf Tornado, is you're going to get that movement boost. So that often is the deciding factor on whether you can secure that KO. It was very lucky, of course, for Sylveon to be hanging out by that goal, get that HP, and be okay. I do want to note, of course, very nice to have a Charmeleon at this stage of the game. We do want to get that Charizard as quick as possible. So you can notice he's kind of out in this central area as this match is going down, the showdown, right? As Potato just in a lot more trouble, will luckily get those berries to help on through in this slugfest.
Yeah, I mean, it helped them get the berries, but that forced retreat allowed Charmeleon to get a good amount of points and close that goal zone. And here's Gatlu again, just on that side of the field, in the top path, so much so that Bruv has to come over and help out Potato to make sure that Gatlu just doesn't get everything. And you see that wall protecting the Audino from getting taken by Gatlu, and I'm not even convinced it worked, as Gatlu belched through the wall and is throwing in 5 more points.
And that's always the decision to make, too, is that when you have a Greedent just running rampant, especially in your own area, how many people do you pull off? How many do you keep on task, right? So obviously there's going to be other things going on the map. For example, one of them's coming up right here. Serve up me a Rotom objective as well as Dreadnaw. Usually Dreadnaw going to come up first right here. And so we notice the absolute battle going on here on the bottom path. So far, Five Guys seeing the goose egg on their score. Look at that, the seismic slam. Absolutely nice. Devastating plays right here. Gonna secure that KO streak of 2 from GYZ.
Charizard and Greninja each getting a KO streak of 2, but that gives Random Gaming the posturing there, and Gatlu, of course, closing it out. So with that experience, with those shields, they're going to push. Washed Rookie, that's a squishy Pokemon right there, and they can work through it. Redmaw and Gatlu decide to, and Washed Rookie does bait Gatlu along, but the Unite move's coming out to protect this goal zone, and we're going to start coughing and belching all over Vazid. Is Vazid going to get taken out here? They are. KO streak of 2 for the Greedent, and now we're working through. Is Potato next? No, we're going to fade back, and we're going to get a bunch of points in. Look at this score, 170-0, and now Redmaw was getting in the mix with a KO streak of 2, and Five Guys is trying to stem the bleeding here, as that goal zone was just getting withered away so quickly. Wow, what a play off of the back of that Dreadnaw.
And if you are Random Gaming, you've got to be happy with everything that's transpired up until this point, but do not rest easy, please. Seeing a full 80 right here on the top path on the goal for them. They are going to go after this Rotom right here. We're going to see that Fire Blast. It's real nice Charizard, real nice and fluid ever since some of the maintenance patch updates for it. They will easily get that Rotom, but let's see, can they push it down to that goal? Dude, I don't know what's going to happen, but what do you think about this?
I mean, Random Gaming doing their best Uber driver impression, trying to get that thing in there and just escort it all the way in, driving it in. Here we go. Five Guys is going to put a stand here on that goal zone, working through the Unite move from Charizard, is getting a lot of damage out. Gatlu, however, forced to retreat. They like to be in the mix, as Five Guys has completed this stand here. Rotom's getting worked on, and all of Random Gaming is sent scrambling like roaches with the light flipped on, and Five Guys closes up the Rotom before it gets to the goal zone. Great defense there.
You're knocking me off my game here. You're talking about my biggest fear. It's cockroaches, yes. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, cockroaches aside, my friends, we are seeing points finally on the board for Five Guys. Looking to get a few more, maybe. We're going to see Bruv drop in that 12. We'll successfully do so. And the berry belly flop right on their heads. And, of course, the KO came from Lucario right there for Random Gaming. But Bruv looking to be in a bit of trouble, but he has that lasting power as that Mr. Mime. And notice what's going on here on the top goal. That is Greedent looking to make that goal just barely going to be obstructed.
Yeah, great look by Potato, able to stop Gatlu and keep them from getting just more points, and that 40 points is real relevant here as Five Guys is down by 170. Now I'm taking a look at the experience, and it is then on the side of Random Gaming. If they take another Dreadnaw here, that's going to be a thing that slides, but here comes the Unite move by Rookie, and now Bruv comes through with their Unite move as well, and this Dreadnaw's getting mowed down, but it doesn't matter. Adetsu takes it with the Sylveon, so another round of experience and shield is going to lane up these KOs, and they're starting to fall like dominoes for Five Guys, and all of Random Gaming, not worried about the goal zone, just taking all the experience that's free now in the middle in the form of those bees. Doc, I don't know what Five Guys needs to do, but they need to make a stand here on this next objective, and possibly it's Zapdos.
Hey, it sounds like you do know what they need to do. You're exactly right. I think that those are the main things, because if you can get this Rotom, which, by the way, it doesn't look great right now. Everybody's positioned really well for Random Gaming to actually burst that down really quickly. We'll see if there's going to be any steals or something, because that's what they're going to need. Look at how fast this is going through, ladies and gentlemen. Past that 90%, and yes, they will get that Rotom. So now, if you're Five Guys, you are sweating even more than before. Redmaw with a 43, lots of points in these pockets, ready to dunk. Five Guys, not really excited about that, right? The seismic slam going down right now for Random Gaming, and at 38 points. What, this is just absolutely devastating. If you're Five Guys, look at Random Gaming throwing them on in there.
I mean, they're up by 300 and some change, and Random Gaming has to be feeling good. Vizid trying to put some work on Gatlu, but we know that's tough. Potato jumping into the mix, and now they're getting Bruv to the support as well. And here we go. That's the Unite move to just get rid of Gatlu. Are you kidding me? We have less than a minute to Zapdos, and I don't know if Mr. Mime can get their Unite move back in time.
Very likely not. That Showtime, it was kind of a good example of, you know, hey, we're not saving it for the zap, but it did actually help them secure that KO. So you're just going to have to see that's all going to be determined by time, essentially. You know, we're going to see, was that the right choice? But hey, it looks like Five Guys dunking in this right here. A little bit early to wait for that final stretch, so probably the right move. As you see, Sylveon, Adetsu was trying with that Hyper Voice to try and just break through those walls. You got to use something like that. You know, can you belch through it? Can you Hyper Voice through it? So they're just poking and prodding, trying.
Yeah, they're trying. They're sending Five Guys reeling, who's caught up in the middle here. And we take a look at the bottom path here. We're going to see Dreadnaw populate on the beach. And Random Gaming doesn't necessarily seem that interested again. I think they just want to posture. They know they have a good lead here, and they just want to make sure they don't give up too much here at Zapdos.
Not only do they know about the lead, and they're about to see it again with the final stretch, you'll see these kind of warnings on screen. Viewers at home will see it. You know, we're looking from the perspective of what Five Guys would see, that purple squad. They will come for that Zapdos. Notice what's happening, though, in the background. We're seeing on that bottom lane. What a goal, ladies and gentlemen. That's 100 points. Boom, the berry belly flop on the Zapdos. Who gets it? That will be Five Guys. That's exactly what they need. Ladies and gentlemen, they are coming through. Bruv will come out with that Showtime. They Unite moves. They are all flying. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about to be the spectacle you want to see in a match like this. Dukes next, what's going on?
We need at least 4 people to convert with 90+ points to even bring this thing to parity, but look where Random Gaming is. They're babysitting Five Guys' core goal zone here and getting tons of points, and the Hyper Voice, is coming out on Bruv, and Bruv able to get that 100 points in, but now they're down on HP, which means Random Gaming can counter. Here comes a Chroma with the support, Dazzling Gleam, barrier push. Gatlu gonna close it out here, but look at that score disparity. It's still just under 200 points, and Random Gaming has the lead, but Five Guys has no AOS energy in their pockets and nothing to do. So what are they have less than a minute. They need to take out a bunch of Pokemon, they need to fill those pockets back up, and they need to make a concerted push to try and get this thing into their favor.
That is all too right. Five Guys gotta be sweating. I mean, these are, you know, a decent bit of points when you see 47 and 25, especially them getting doubled, but it is just absolutely brutal to see. For us as spectators, we have the advantage to see that it's 591 right now in Random Gaming's favor. They are in a good position. They just have to hold them off, right? And so you don't have any more of those charge goals from Zapdos. You're gonna see the Unite fly out right here. So good job. That's gonna be 24 points deposited, but notice that Random Gaming will respond with that Greedent, doing exactly what it is set up to do.
Yeah, they're going to try and take this KO on a Chroma here. see if they can open up a gap to score, but it's not going fast enough, and they don't have the energy or the ability to get to that middle and get those points in. Certainly not enough time to get 200 in, and as we speak, KO streak of 2 for Gatlu, because of course, it's KO streak of 3, why not? Why not? Stack up the score sheet, more notches on the belt, on that holster that was just chucking those fruit baskets all over the place. I mean, Gatlu, come on.